That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yeah, yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Hello guys, hope everybody's well. Thanks for coming over on this nice glorious Sunday afternoon. What's everybody been up to then? Hope there's not too many people with hangovers. So let's go through who's in the chat. John's pumping in for 10 minutes. So we have in the chat, we have first was Tommy, then Wooden. Sorry Wooden, I don't know your name. I apologise for that. Dale, then we had Shop Dog. Sorry again, I don't know your name, Shop Dog, shall I say. Then who else do we have? Wifey. Ian, who else we got in there? Damo. We also have John. Hi John. Scott from Blue Light Turn. Hi Scott. Hope you're not too nervous about tonight. Steve Ellis. Hi Steve. Thanks for coming over.
That's alright. I'll get me a chair.
Ian. Hi Ian. And Doug. Hi Doug. Thanks for coming over. So Shop Dog, Mark, thank you very much, sir. I'll put that on my list because I'm terrible with names.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Nikki, which has just brought me, oh look, cake and coffee. What a star. Shit it is. You'll be alright, Scott. It's no different to a live, is it? You'll be alright. So how is everybody today? Hope everybody's well. Everybody's safe. Hiya, Paul. Thank you very much for coming over. You might hear a bit of background noise because I've got the fan going because it's really hot in here today. Really hot in the workshop today for some reason. So yes. So hope everybody's well. On again, we've got Nick, my wife, is my airworm. So she'll be taking the comments and no doubt winding you lot up about me on the behind my back. So everybody's saying hi, Nikki.
Hi.
She's feeding her face with cake at the moment.
Shut up. Breakfast.
Her breakfast, she reckons. So what I'm going to turn today is, I was going to turn a piece of natural edge ash. Dale, you didn't have to. Thank you very much.
Need white paint.
Dale, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. So, hi Steve. Well, thanks for coming over. So I was going to turn a piece of live edge ash, but when I got it out of the rack this morning, it was a little bit unshaped. The time I turn it to what I want to do, it's not going to be very big. So I found this piece in the cupboard, and we're going to go for this piece. So that's what we're going to do. And the idea is to turn a little tiny bowl out of it. It's not very big across the all. It's only 150 mil at the moment. By the time we turn it, perhaps get 140 out of it. So turn it into like a nice shaped bowl with a foot on it, and then maybe colour it. I'm not sure yet, depending on how the grain is on it, because it's spalted as you can see, so it looks quite nice already. So I don't know if I'm going to colour it or not, but then I want to hollow it out and try and get the wall pretty thin on it to give it a nice bit of look. So that's the plan, and as always, it's going to be a bit of a do it as we go along. Suck and see, as they say. And before you ask, Steve, no, I'm not burning it. So we'll get this in the lathe and get it chucked up. I've already put a hole in it with a 63mm force and a bit, so we're ready to go for that.
It's a big one, I'm not there before.
So we'll get ready. Oh, Scott, thank you. Towards the paper on white paper. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much appreciated. Some new faces I see. So we have, hi Keith, how are you?
Who's Wivey Woodshed?
I don't know. Wifey. Sorry, I don't know your name. We have Thomas. Hi Thomas. Thank you very much for coming in. Nice to see you. New face. Mike. Hi Mike. How are you? Mr. Twydale's in. Thank you very much. Shocking, Steve. No, I'm not burning. It's too nice. Look at it. It's too nice to burn. Definitely too nice to burn. So, yeah. So we'll get a basic shape up. And my glorious, or glamorous, shall I say, not glorious, glamorous assistant will no doubt entertain you in the chat. So, and then she'll tell me, obviously, if there's any questions or if I'm messing up or anything else.
Well, you always mess up.
I always mess up, yes, I do always mess up. Hello, David, how are you? Mark, afternoon, thanks for coming in. So, wifey is Andrew.
Wivey?
Wivey, yeah. Ivy Woodshed is Andrew. So, I'll move the camera over and we'll start turning this out.
There's another one, Shop Dog Workshop. Ask Mark. Jackie's going over.
Sorry?
Jackie's going over. Jackie. come over?
Who?
Ian Leonard. David. Steve asked you holding your breath before you turn into very, very quiet.
Very, very quiet. Do you want me to tell you a story then, Steve? I'll tell you a story if you want. I'm concentrating.
He's a man, he can't multitask.
No, I can't multitask. I'll speak to you if you want to speak. Don't take very long.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
Mike has just said he has just found his old Ford metal lathe in the back of his old workshop that he didn't even know he had.
Good. What a find. What a find. So I'm going to try and shape this. Oops, not like that, not. I want a nice shape of a bowl. Stephen, concentrate.
Christine and Michael Hesseltine have come on.
Hello Christine and Michael, hope you're well.
Richard feeling.
Hello Richard.
And what was I going to say? Keith said Steve, middle towards edge.
Middle towards edge. This is a lot harder bit of wood than I thought. I thought it was quite soft. It's quite a hard bit in there. It's on the ingrain. I did sharpen my chisel. Oops, that's not sharp now. Just smacked it on the blade.
Oh.
What?
I said you're trying to talk me into turning. And Adrian's put, if Stacey can do it from the reclaiming turn and watch over her and teaching her as well as the group chat chipping in comment, you should be able to as Steve's trainer, no problem.
Good.
Have to watch one of their videos. You do running comments, isn't it?
Sorry? Oh, right. I'm just going to frame this. I'm going to try and sweep this in a little bit so it's got a little bit of a return on the top. So if you change the camera, you'll be able to see what I'm doing, won't you? Well, what I try and do is I want to try and curve this in a little bit so it's got like a little bit of a return on the top of the bowl. So just going to try and bring this in a little bit. Don't want a lot, just a little tiny bit really. Put like a rim round it.
Keith said that he's back to this computer for it. Cut from the centre out with the grain.
Out with the grain, yeah, the grain's going sort of in that way, and it's been a pain in the backside. But I think I've overcome it. I think I've got the shape I want now, so I think we're going to be.
Scott's got to go because his wife and daughter's lost. Scott's going for a walk. So he'll be back in a minute.
Got a bit of tear out in there. Just there. I'll do it. Yeah, I've got to try and get rid of that bit of tear out there. Yeah, well, that's ingrain here. That was a bit jumpy, but I think we've got through it now. So just need to take that down a little bit, get rid of that bit of tear out. Hi Wayne, how are you? Hope you're well.
Another one, keeping my husband up till the stupid o'clock.
You're in trouble.
Mark's already admitted to it, and that's it.
As he go, Dale was the culprit. Dale was the culprit.
Yeah, Mark's the only one admitted to it.
It was Dale's fault. Everything's Dale's fault.
They can actually hear you, babe.
Still got a little tiny bit in there. I might be able to get that out with sand in it though. Actually, I'm going to turn it out. Excuse me.
Yeah, drink coffee, darling. Steve Fidel just said, is it a small branch crotch piece?
I don't know, Steve, to be honest, because I bought it as a pre-cut blank.
He said that'd be the reason for not getting an even cut.
Yes, I don't know if you can see on the camera, we've got a big bit of grain here, which obviously is going to be near the centre, and then on the end here, this is the bit that's giving me grief, because it's quite a tight knit. You know, I mean, it's quite a tight knit grain. So I honestly don't know, Steve. To be honest, I would imagine, like you say, that is the issue, but hopefully we'll be able to get a good finish on it, because we all know that
That's nice colour, that is.
spalted is a bit soft and pucky in places. Got some little tiny bits there with a bit of tear out, so I'm going to sand it and see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. If I need to, I'll have to harden up a little bit with some super glue, but I don't really want to, because obviously it affects the grain. So but we'll sand it and see. I'm just gonna Hiya Jappy, how are you? Afternoon Wayne, I don't know if you heard me before Wayne, but afternoon. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm not sure if it does look like a crotch piece to me, but like I said, I bought it as a pre-cut blank, so I'm not 100% sure. So, but what we'll do is get it sanded up, and we'll go from there. I'm going to sand it from, I think I'm going to sand it from 80 grit, because there's some on the softer stuff. There's a little bit of tear out, so I think if I sand it from 80 grit, then we should get a nice smooth finish. But I don't know whether I'm going to colour it or whether I'm going to do it natural. I'm not 100% sure, because it is a pretty piece of wood, really pretty piece of wood. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, so we'll see what happens. But I'll get this sanded, and we'll go from there. Hiya Wayne, how are you? Hi Valerie. Hope you're both well. I'm going to put a cover over my coffee, because if not it's going to get full of sawdust. Mask. And we'll start some sanding. If you want to start the Tony Hart music, go for it. right?
Yeah, back to me. Washing machine's not connected for some reason.
Hey, Glenn? Glenn's in the chat, I think, isn't he?
Oh, I said hey Glenn, but I can't. Yep. Valerie? Who's Valerie?
Who?
Valerie?
Valerie? What, Krafts?
You know someone just got by Valerie. By Wayne and Valerie.
Yeah, Wayne and Discord, twice. Valerie. You met him at, Harrogate Close.
You said she had to go to Turner, didn't you?
Yeah, Valerie Turner, sure.
Wayne is a big beauty. Shop Dog Workshop.
What?
Shop Dog Workshop.
Mark.
Mark's put, note to self, don't drunk post on Facebook. What have you done, Mark? Dead Rise Woodcraft has come over.
Who?
Dead Rise Woodcraft.
Emmett. Hey, Emmett.
Needs a bigger bit of paper.
Mhm.
Steve has said you could turn a saucer and make a handle. Would make a nice coffee cup for Steve.
I see. When I turned it, I wanted like a coffee cup.
About my size as well, isn't it?
Yeah. About a gallon. The last one, 400.
Glenn's asking if
Eh?
Steve is in the chat, so the Bunsen burner will be out.
Who said that?
Glenn, Steve. Adrian said it could be a breakfast bar. It wouldn't be big enough for you though, would it, babe?
No, it's not a big enough breakfast bowl for me. Right, so we've sanded that now up to
JP,
4.
come over.
Who?
JP.
Oh, hi JP, how you doing? Good to see you over, mate. Right, so I've sanded up to 400 grit now, and we've got a nice smooth finish. I think we've got rid of most of that tear out. And just hope that it's not going to... So, the question is, I don't really want to colour it because it's such a nice piece. But it will look nice with colour on it, so I'm unsure. So, come on guys, your decision. What do you want me to do with it? Do you want me to colour it? Or do you want me to leave it au naturel? The choice is yours. I'm, what's the matter with you?
Having a conversation with Mark. Coffee.
But there's a nice piece of wood. It's definitely got a nice grain in it, definitely. And that looks absolutely awesome. BB Turning. Afternoon, how are you? Sorry sir, I don't know your name. BB Turning?
Mark said no colour from Shop Dog.
Yeah, I think you may be right, Mark.
You was going to have red, Steve, but you let me down, didn't you?
Well, I was going to have red, but look at that. You want me to colour?
Wayne said no colour as well.
No, I think if I colour it, it's going to ruin it. I really do. I'll turn you a red bowl in the week.
John Mooney, colour please.
Hi, Emmett. How are you? Hope you're well. John Mooney, colour. John, you're being outvoted, mate. John, you're outvoted.
Damo said colour it with a Sharpie.
Damo, what colour? Blue or black?
Glenn's anything you like, just don't use that bloody Yorkshire grit again.
I know. That's absolutely atrocious. Actually, I've been on to Doug this morning. He sent me some axe paste. Apparently, that's really good. And kin tipping something or other. That's good stuff. Apparently.
Shay is the person from BB Turns.
Hiya, Shay. Thank you very much for coming over. Thank you, Jappy, for popping over. We'll speak later on, or we'll message one evening, mate. We'll have a video chat one evening. Oh, you're coming back? Okay, we'll see you later then. Thank you very much. No colour. So everybody's saying no colour. John, unfortunately, you're outvoted. So what I'm going to do, if I can find it, is I'm going to put some sand and sealer over it to seal it, and then we'll get the axe paste out and give it a cut with some axe paste so we get a nice and smooth finish and go from there.
Dale said the axe paste is good for your piles. You're in trouble, Dale, anyway.
Right, okay, I think everybody's saying leave it, aren't they?
John said it's only because he's watching from Germany and it will take you longer.
Can't get the tin open now.
I'll give us it here, you would.
Close that.
Mark's put the joke that keeps on giving lol.
Right, so we sand and seal this. Move the camera back over.
Dale put again.
Dale put again. Hi Pam, how are you? Thanks for coming over. Pam, Highland Boxers. So I'm going to give this 2 or 3 coats of sand and sealer because I want to try and get a nice shine on it. And I did thin this sand and sealer down to Wayne's recommendation, and to be honest, it's working much better than it was, so thank you, Wayne, for that.
He's in trouble as well.
It seems to be soaking into the wood so much better, and you get a nicer finish on it, to be honest. So yeah, it works really nice. So I'm going to give this a couple of 3 coats so that soaks in and seals it nicely, because like I say, I want to try and get a nice shine on it.
Dale want to know what he's done wrong.
Dale wants to know what he's done wrong.
Mark said just apologise. It's easier.
Dale, I'm not getting involved. I will leave you to sort that out with my wife.
The Wood Turn and Widows Club.
Oops. Look at that. That is stunning. I like that. That's pretty. That is very.
JP's put you listening to Wayne Boo.
Wayne is a legend. We should be calling Wayne the Wood Turner Legend. So I'll let that soak in for a minute or two, and I'll give it one more coat.
I think JP was a culprit as well, weren't he? I remember these names being mentioned.
It's not me, guys. Don't blame me.
Oh, that stinks. Do you want this bit of cake for Orange?
Yeah.
My fork. My fork.
Look at that, bad boys.
That's all soaking into the thing, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the jam soaking into the
Needs
sponge.
turning over. I think we should have done the other side.
So I'll be posh. I'll use a fork. Normally I'll just shovel it in.
Oh, Colin Roberts has come over.
Hiyo, Colin. Glenn was the main culprit.
Glenn put leg end. Oh yeah, Glenn, you're in trouble as well.
Glenn was the main culprit. It was his fault. Hiya, David.
The hell's put fingers.
So good to see so many people in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for coming over. It's really, really appreciated. And no, it's good. It's good to have a bit of a banter and having a laugh. I'm just going to give this one more coat of sand and sealer.
That's it. Mark's giving me a good idea. That's what I'm going to have for Maker Central next year. Wood Turner's Widow t-shirt. When did you buy then? I might be turning. It might be.
You can't turn, you've got a lathe.
Sorry, you got one.
You have to have a lathe to turn. And your own workshop. Right, so that'll do for that.
So does it mean you need to get your own house to live in then?
That
Yeah.
is my
I'll
house.
clean it.
Good girl.
You don't pay me.
Good girl.
Enough.
You can't pin this one on you.
JP feeling sorry for himself.
No, JP's got broad shoulders, that's what it is. That, and he's got the attitude he doesn't give a shit. Right, so we'll just denib this, move this back, and we'll denib it, and then we'll get some axe paste on it.
You see what Dad's put?
Yeah.
Maker's mistress. Instead of Wood Turner's widow.
So, axe paste.
Colin said he's got to try a bit of that timber, it looks awesome.
Who say again, sorry?
Colin,
Sid.
got to try a bit of that timber, it looks awesome.
Yes, it is a very nice piece of wood, Colin, to be honest.
And Mark from Shop Dog said his wife doesn't need a t-shirt, she's not coming, no way.
Believe me, it's cheaper if they don't come.
Dad's on. Good.
Sorry?
Dad's on.
Is he?
Yep.
Hi, Dad. How you doing?
He wants some sugar in his tea though.
Does he want sugar in his tea? I've just drunk my coffee, so sorry. You're blown out, you're too late. So,
Is he coming over? What?
I think so. So I'm going to give this a coat of our good friend Mr. Yorkshire Grit Original by the legend himself, Mr. Glenn Senior. So I'm going to work this in at a slow speed to start with, and then gently ramp it up as the grit starts to break down, to hopefully give us a nice smooth finish.
JP's, but make sure you wear gloves, Steve. That stuff burns when it touches your hands.
It's all the chemicals in it, JP. That's what it is. All the nasty chemicals.
You're going to put stuff that you're making me blush.
Well, I've got to use this until my axe paste comes, so. So I'm gradually going to ramp this up now. You can feel that the paste is starting to break down a little bit.
JP, not hopefully, it will give you a smooth finish. It's not axe roll.
You smell that?
JP. Damien said your lathe's quiet.
It's better now since I've ordered the bearing. The bearing was making a bit of noise.
Why do you talk to them upstairs?
I'm just going to polish this off now until we have no traces left on our piece of tissue or paper towel, whatever you want to call it. You can see the shine coming in already. It's really nice. So there we go, got no trace now on the paper, so we know it's all off. And that looks really, really nice. I like that, that's pretty. It's pretty. It's got a little bit of chatoyance in there, but not a lot. Just on that little bit there. Let's just move the camera so you guys can see that. If you look just there, I don't know if you can see it, just a little tiny bit in there. It's really nice. Always amazes me how you get one piece of wood that looks like that, and then on the other side it looks like that. It's nature at its best, isn't it? So I don't really think I need to go over that with a microfine, to be honest, because that is lovely and smooth. I think we're just going to wax it up, to be honest. What we use? I think we use the chestnut micro crystalline wax. So I'm going to use chestnuts microcrystalline wax. I was lucky enough to have Terry from Chestnut Products send me a few bits the other day to try, and this was in the set, or in the stuff he sent me, so we'll give it a go. Never used it before, so we'll see what it comes out like. I take it you just use it virtually the same as the Hampshire sheens, just apply a generous coat, leave it for a little bit and then buff it over. So that's what we'll do. It's a bit soft in the heat. Smells like boot polish. So while we're waiting for that to soak in, we got in the chat? Yeah, chestnut products are good products, Steve. I do use quite a bit of chestnut products, to be honest. Yeah, the friction polish I use, like I say, sand and sealer, most of them are chestnut products, and they are good products. But like I say, Terry sent me a few things through to try, so I'm going to have a bash with them over in the next few lives. He sent me some intrinsic colours and some metallic colours, so I'm going to have a bit of a play with those and see what we can do with them. But I will admit, I do like the Hampshire Sheen intrinsic colours. They do cover really, really well. I haven't tried the chestnut spirit stains. I have got some spirit stains in little sample bottles, but I haven't really used them that much, to be honest. But it's what you get used to, isn't it? Cut and paste. Yeah, I know what you're saying, JP. So we'll leave this for a couple of minutes just to soak in a little bit, and then we'll buff it off. It is a really nice piece of wood, I agree. Yes, it is a really nice piece of wood. So hot in there.
I know, but I don't know how to do that fan so it's not fast.
Can you hear that fan? Is it too noisy?
Liver and onions. Oh.
Who's that?
Wayne Bigfoot.
Liver and onions. You don't like that, do you, babe?
No, I do not.
Wayne, Valerie's in the workshop today. What are you making, Valerie? Something nice, no doubt. Yeah, I suppose you're right there, Steve. They do dry quicker because they're spirit. But
am I reading? Mark has put second load of laundry in, Hoover and done.
Yeah, he's a real man, Mark is.
I
know. Yeah, I agree, Steve. The spirit stains do dry quicker, but I don't seem to get a very good finish on the acrylic sand and sealer that you use with it. I don't seem to get a good finish on that, not like I do with the spirit or the cellulose sand and sealer, and that's part of the reason why I use the water-based colours more than anything, because of that reason, because I like to get a nice shine on them, and I can't seem to crack it with the acrylic sand and sealer. So it may just be the way I'm using it. I mean, I've tried putting it on neat, I've tried thinning it down, I just can't seem to get a good finish on it for some reason. So that's why I stick with what I know, so I get a good finish. So right, I'm going to get this polished off now. That's had a few minutes to soak in.
Valerie did it. What?
No. Or Wayne.
Steve, as I said, he uses the spray can of acrylic sealer.
Yeah, I have seen that.
And JP put, I use the spray sand and sealer with spirit stains. Works much better.
Yeah. I'll have to try it. I did try thinning it down and putting it through the spray gun, but I couldn't. It says on the back of the bottle you can dilute it by X amount, which is what I diluted it by, but I still couldn't get a perfect shiny shine on it. But I'll have to get a tin of the spray and see how it comes out.
Steve put, what's the bottom bowl blank on the shelf there, Steve? The grain looks cool on it.
Where's we looking at?
On the shelf.
On the shelf. Hang on a second, Steve.
perhaps he means on there.
Yeah, he does, yeah. This one is a piece of zebra wood. I got that from Stainton's last year when I was down in Yorkshire on holiday.
Cost you £100.
Yeah, when we only went to have a look, and my daughter cost me over £140 in wood that she wanted this and this. That came from there. No, this one, sorry, this piece of purple heart came from there as well, which I haven't turned yet, obviously. But when I was sorting out, I found this. I've never ever heard of that. Anybody see that? Never heard of that wood. I bought this off of Facebook, off of somebody, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. And I put a forcing a bit through it this morning to centre it, because I was going to turn this. And it's like rock. And it's so heavy. It must weigh 2+ kilos, I should imagine, that little tiny blank. So I thought, no, not on a live. I'll do it private and do it as a video.
Right, Scott said you still sanding, lol.
Yeah, I'm still sanding.
Said that's quick, Scott. Steve Ella said still needs a D-nib though.
D-nib? Oh, right, this. Yeah.
Wayne Bigfoot said yes, Steve can. Steve T making a lid for a pot she made a few weeks ago, but it may be too much today.
Yeah, take your time. Slow and gradual. Slow and gradual. So yeah. So yes, it's a piece of zebra wood, which I was going to turn the other night, but I didn't want to just do a basic bowl and ruin it, so I thought I'd just wait a little bit.
Wayne said that's a great price, that.
Which one?
I take it the bottom one you showed him. Price on it, the zebra.
Zebra, this one. That one, yeah, that was $12.50. That one. Piece of purple heart, $6.50.
Don't it said stripey Oswood.
Oswood? What's that?
That's what that is.
What this?
What is it? What's it say on it?
Stripey Oswood. This says Magroony. Magroon? But that came from a company called Hexhamshire Hardwoods in Northumberland. But like I said, I bought that off of a lady in local village a few months ago, off of Facebook.
When Bigfoot put, that's the fellow's name, Steve, that packed it. It means Smith in English, lol.
Very good, very good. Right, so let's put this back overhead. So this is all turned now. We've got it polished up, got a nice shine on it. Nice bit of grain. I don't really want to embellish it because I just don't think it needs it really. I think it speaks for itself.
Jappy's back.
Oh, hi, Jappy, you're back. You couldn't live without us. Welcome back.
Oh, JP put stripey os, black country slang for zebra.
Zebra. So we'll hollow this out now, and I've got a feeling that it's going to be hard in the middle to hollow out because of obviously how hard the outside was.
JP meant black country, not black country.
So I think I might stick a force in a bit for it first to clean a lot of it out to make it a little bit easier for ourselves.
Wayne Bigfoot said he's not a fan of purple heart either.
He's not?
No.
Alright. I've never turned a piece, to be honest. Never turned a piece of purple heart, so I wouldn't know what it's like. But I will turn a piece because I've got a piece up there. Yeah, Steve, it is worth a visit, but just don't take your daughter. Because, yes, she cost me a lot of money. She, everything she picked up. Oh, Dad, this looks nice. Oh, Dad, this looks nice. I like this colour. This is a nice shape. And like I say, at the end of it, all I went there for was a potpourri top, and I think it was a set of small jaws. And yeah, that's
Right, you've got Sean Weir come on.
Get rid of the wobble first, Lynn said. I agree, Lynn. I forgot.
You've got a new person come on.
Oh, have we?
Sean Weir.
Sean Weir. Oh, hello, Sean. How you doing? Blast from the past. How are you?
And Steve from Temple Boy said that that's not enjoyable to turn.
Personal opinion, what's not enjoyable to turn?
Purple heart, I think.
Oh, right, okay. Well, because it's so hard.
Adrian's put purple heart smells like a dog has been in the room, sat down and left a present, then left. Oh, great. That was like that zebra, would you have
Yeah,
that?
zebra was very similar to that, yeah.
That stunk. Oh.
I need to sharpen this chisel. It's a small chisel.
Stacey's come on.
Who?
Stace.
Hi Stace, how are you? So I'll run this Forstner bit through and clean a lot of this out. It may smoke a little bit because this Forstner's bit's not the best bit. So perhaps another 5mm. Perfect, as they say. So, turn this a little bit so I can get to it easy. Get it hollowed out. Can't see it in the glasses.
You need to eat cake.
Yeah, I'll eat it. Yeah.
Just thinking you ought to put one of them perhaps pillowcases over that keyboard.
What well done. can't see properly. That's better. See better now.
Need glasses.
Hey?
Just need your glasses.
Do I need glasses now? Just couldn't see properly.
Can you hear me? Steve.
Hang on. Yes.
Steve from Temple said if you have an old forcing bit, you can grind the centre spoken off it, then use it as a final cut drill
Yeah.
when hollowing. That way you get no tiny hole to chase.
That's a good idea actually, that is, Steve.
That's what Brian just said.
That is a very good idea. I think I have got one. I think the chisel needs sharpening. I've just got to sharpen this chisel up. Just need to get that there. Oh yeah. Like a knife. Like a knife. Hopefully I'll turn that on.
Steve said that's the branch end grain that's causing the knocking sound. Glenn said that sounds thin, although you can see it.
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit. I might be quiet because I'm a little bit nervous. Keeping the shape. That's what I want to try to do, is keep the shape and then just finish the inner edge out. That's the plan, Stan. But it's trying to grab and it's making me a little bit bum nippy, let's put it that way. So yeah. The trouble you got with these lathes is, because I haven't got the bed extension on my arm and within a limited space, I can't get the tailstock any further out of the way. So the issue I have is when I'm coming in here, I'm really close to my tailstock, and to take the tailstock off you have to unbolt it and all this, that and the other. It's just a pain in the backside. So that's why I'm trying to be careful coming in there and doing it. But if I turn around a bit more, you don't get a very good picture on the camera, so it's a little bit of a suck it and see sort of situation. It might be a bit better if I put the bowl rest in there rather than see if that gives me a little bit of support, because like I said, it's making me a little bit nervous.
Steve said keep checking the branch piece to check it's not shrinking and getting loose, Steve. It happens sometimes.
Yeah, I can't actually see. I don't think, yeah, there's a little piece there, and I think that's the bit Steve's on about. And that's actually not moved at all, so hopefully that's going to be okay. I haven't got, I'm perhaps down to just on 10 mil, maybe a little bit more. So I'm just going to do a couple more passes, I think. And then I'm going to try and finish it off with the round edge scraper. Hopefully that'll finish it off, so a nice finish for it, pulling it all out. Sorry, go on.
Sean said, does your headstock move?
Yeah, I have spun the headstock round, Sean. But like I say, because I'm in a limited space, I can't spin it round any further because it's hitting on the wall.
Steve said, cut 4 inches off your handle. Steve Ellis said, doesn't matter about how nice for you, Steve, you need to keep safe.
Yeah, no,
Colin said, you lady's very quiet. Glenn said, nothing wrong with nervous, stops you being complacent.
Yeah, definitely.
Steve said, man's got a plan and the plan sounds good. Colin, the CL4 is quiet.
Yeah, the CL4 is very quiet. I had a bit of an issue the other week where I thought I had a bearing going in the back, and I still think the bearing is is going because it was making like a rattling noise. But the trouble is on the CL4 and the CL3, the bearings are lifetime bearings and they're all sealed, so you can't really lube them up. So I'm going to have to get in contact with Record, I think, and see what they've got to say. So what I'm going to do now is I've done as much work as I dare do with the bowl gouge. So I'm going to use the round. I've got a 3/4 round nose scrape here. So I'm going to finish it off with that because I don't want to go any more with the bowl gouge and end up getting a catch and either it coming out and smacking me in the face or smashing the bowl up, because it's not worth. I'd rather spend a bit of time with this and get it right. So that's what I'm going to do. Hard down there. Hard down the bottom there.
Steve said there's a 5-year promise on them.
Sorry?
There's a 5-year promise on them.
Right, yeah. 5 year guarantee on that. So,
What are your names?
that is actually, I've got a little bit of a hump in the middle I'm just going to get rid of. But other than that, I think we'll get in there. Sorry guys, you can't see very well, but I need to be able to get in there and that's better. So the hump's gone.
Steve said there's a 5-year promise on them, and Dale said sounds like his first wife might be Wade Horster.
Say again.
Dale said sounds like his first wife might be Wade Horster. Pam says looking great. Steve said it looked nice with colour inside. Terrible boy.
Gold gilded inside. So I think that is around about 5, maybe 6 mil. Do I dare go a little bit thinner, or do I risk it, or leave it?
Leave it.
Leave it. The boss says leave it.
already.
No, I'm going to go thinner because I don't like it. I think it should be thinner. I'm going to do one more pass.
Why ask then?
Why ask? Yeah,
Typical.
exactly.
Right, Mark said it's okay, mate, we can see fine. Steve said leave it, I'd say, if you don't want the branch breaking loose. Oh, okay, too late. I told him I'd said the same.
That'll do. That looks better. That looks much thinner. That does not like that finish better.
Scott said, are we going to join the funnel club?
Scott, don't say things like that. Jeez, man.
Steve Ellis said, internal finish suggestion. Gloss lacquer spray and while still tacky glitter, then finish with multiple coats of the gloss lacquer.
Yeah, it's feasible.
And Keith from Stokewood Wood said, this has bronze bearings, so need a little oil. The other possibility is the grub screws on the pulleys have loosened. No,
it's not the grub screws. I did check all that. When I first heard the noise, I did go through rechecking all the pulleys, make sure everything was in line, because I thought it was the belt, trying to track over, and it wasn't that. So what I did is I disconnected the pulleys in the belt and took the chuck off, span this shaft. Well, I ran the motor first, there was no noise through there. So then I spun the main shaft, and you could hear, with a stethoscope, you could hear a slight rattling noise from this back bearing. So yeah, it's definitely this back bearing. And since I've put a little tiny bit of oil, I've got some real thin penetrating oil that I just put on the shaft, just above the shaft where the bearing seal is, and it's thin enough to soak in, and it's actually reduced the clicking noise, so it's definitely that bearing. But trouble is, I don't want to have to send it away because I'm going to be without my lathe. That's the trouble.
Dun, dun, dun.
But if they can send me some new bearings, I'll quite happily put the bearings in myself. So there we go. I think that is as far as I dare go. Move this back a little bit so you guys can see the bottom. So as you can see, I've curved it out, and I reckon this is around about anywhere between 3 and 5 mil thick. So I think we've gone thin enough. So we're going to get sanded. Jappy, it's a piece of ash. It's a piece of ash that I found in the cupboard. I was going to use this piece. Where are we? This piece this morning, but it was really out of shape, and it only gave me something that sort of size. So I want something a little bit bigger, and it's not as deep as I really wanted. So I found this bit in the cupboard. Same thing, same bit of ash. This isn't spalted though. This is not a piece of spalted ash. So I decided to go with this. Like I said, I've had this quite a while actually. So I thought I'd use it up really. ready for space for the new blanks when they come next week. Did I say that out loud? So
I know why you bought me a Dyson.
Yeah, sweet. That's classed as sweet talking. So I'm just going to sand this up now. Like I said, we've got a little bit of tear out there because obviously I used the scraper, so we've got a little bit of tear out.
Mike said very nice, Steve.
Who said that?
Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Scott said beautiful green markings in that.
Yeah, it is a nice piece of wood, Scott, very much so. That's why I didn't really want to colour it, to be honest. I don't mind putting a bit of colour on the inside, whether it just be a bit of gild cream or something else, I'm not sure. But the outside, definitely not. So I'm just going to get this sanded up, and I'm going to sand it from, like I say, because we've got a bit of tear out, I'm going to sand it from 100 up to 400, and then we'll sand and seal it, and then get the axe paste back out.
Said he's working with a bit of ash at the moment. It's nice to turn.
I know it is.
And Colin said he's got to try that wood. It's stunning.
The what?
Colin said he's got to try that wood. It's stunning. Mark said a lovely piece that is. The gentleman wood turner.
Thank you, Mark.
Dennis from Wooden said looking great, Steve.
Thank you.
Sean Weir said that was quite nice, Steve.
Thank you very much. Has Scott got the music playing?
That's something what Mark just said. He said cue the music. And then Mark put Sandon music. It's an in joke. Oh, you get it now. Scott said Mark, it's in Bash's back door entrance just for you. Damo says, sand in the place that you live. Sand in the place that you live? Scott said, Steve can see it after the live. Oh, wrong.
Right, so here we go. I'm going to sand and seal that, and then I'm going to go over again with 320 and 400 because we've got a little bit of, I think the grain's going to rise a little bit. Yeah, that's soft there. It's a little bit soft in places. So I think the grain's going to rise a little bit in this spalted piece. So like I said, I think we'll give it some sand and sealer, and then just go over it again just to smooth it out a little bit. So let's open the old sand and sealer up. It's very pretty. It's very pretty indeed.
What on the floor?
To harden the floor up. It's really soft there on that grain. I'll let that dry a little bit and I'll give it one more coat of sand and sealer. Sean's off. See you later, Sean. Thanks for popping in, mate. Very much appreciated. Hope you have a good day, or the rest of the day, shall I say. Yes, ash spalted is very nice, Steve. It's got such a pretty grain in it. The only trouble is it gets really soft in places, doesn't it? And so where the spalted is. So I'm trying to use a bit of sand and sealer just to harden it up a little bit. Like I said, that's just rose just a little tiny bit, so we'll just gently sand that out. I don't really, to be honest, Keith, I don't really want to add any colour because it's a too nice a piece of wood, to be honest. If that was a bit manky inside, then I'd say yeah, but I don't really want to add any colour to it. I think even embellishing wax would ruin it. So I think I'm just going to wax it and leave it natural, as they say. I'm just going to one more coat of sand and sealer to try and harden that bit up a little bit. And then we'll what's that?
Scott's just sent me the music in private message, so I don't miss out on the call.
So oh man, that was close.
What did you do?
Knocked off and nearly chipped my bowl.
Oh, you got them covered?
I think because it's sort of concave like that. I might be able to. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
Steve, yeah.
Yeah, I'll try, Steve, because that would give a better finish for sure. I'm only going to go 240 and 400 though, because it doesn't really need anything else than that.
Dennis is off.
I'll see you, Dennis. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, I just quickly went over that with the 240 and the 400, just to smooth that out a little bit. Put the mask on. Right, that is much better. Just blow that out. So that is finished up really nice. Now still do a little tiny bit, but being spalted, you ain't gonna get it. Well, you never, unless you put super glue in it and rock it hard and then sand it all out. And I don't really want to go to all that. So I'm just gonna give it a coat of Yorkshire grit.
Yorkshire grit's done on its own.
So I'm just going to go over a bit of Yorkshire grit original.
Using Yorkshire grit?
Yeah, Yorkshire grit. Vincent in the chat. His ears are pop up now.
How do you tell?
What?
How do you tell?
Just an icon.
Is Dad still there? You put no comments on.
No, don't know if Dad's still there. Are you still there, Dad, or have you gone for your afternoon nap?
It's a cup of chow. Steve said the Yorkshire grit will fill the small holes.
Yeah, it will be right there. That and the wax. I don't know about you, Steve, but I always struggle to get where it's been spalted and that's that little bit softer. I always struggle to get a perfect smooth finish on it. I have before filled it with super glue or soaked it with super glue and then sanded it all in, but you never seem to get it absolutely perfect. It always seems to be a bit bumpy because obviously some of it is softer than others.
Dale said, I'm here mate, no rush, no live today.
Oh, alright then. Thank you, Dale.
He's doing live at 3.
No, he's not doing it today. So just going to buff that out.
Steve said, is there a reverse on the lathe?
No. No, that's the only disadvantage with the record lathes, or this model of lathe, there's no reverse on. I think the Corals, or the, no, that, I don't know, whatever the one Dale's got, is it the Coral or whatever it is? I think they've got a reverse on them, but these haven't. Which is a shame really, because that would have been ideal. Especially when I'm turning like the inside of a bowl, I could be here rather than in there.
Don't look at me.
Well no, I'm
You
not.
expect me to do?
No, I don't expect anything.
Is that just an excuse to pay more money?
No, I don't want another lathe. I don't want another lathe. I'm happy with this lathe. Right, so that's clean. That's nearly gone now. Them bumps have nearly gone now with the Yorkshire grit. You can only just feed them in the feelers. So we'll wax it up with the micro crystalline wax. Does look pretty on camera. No, Steve, I can't unfortunately, because it's so close to the wall. With the workshop I've got at the moment, I'm limited with space where I could put the lathe. So it's really close to the wall. It's only just, I would imagine. Let me just see if you can see this one. I've got there's about a 5mm gap here between the wall and the control panel, and then at this end, if you can see this end, by the time you've got the end of the lathe, which is about here, I've got perhaps a 20mm gap. You can't see because of the blooming logo, but there's about a 20mm gap at this end. It's bit of 20mm gap between the end of the lathe and the cabinet. So I haven't got any real space. Whoops. Shouldn't have moved that, should I haven't got any real space at all to get a drill in there.
Yeah, we know.
Move this back. Shouldn't have moved that really, should I? Right, so no, I haven't got the room to get a drill in the back either, mate, unfortunately.
No spindle lock either on the CL4.
No spindle lock on them either. They are a good lathe, they just lack some little bits that other lathes have got. I mean, I'm really happy with the lathe, don't get me wrong, the lathe is a really good lathe. And I'm really happy with the lathe.
Steve said maybe put your sanding head from your bowl sander in a drill. And try that in the bowl.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, I have got one that you put in a drill. I could try that. So I'll just leave that to soak for a little bit. So I'll give that a coat of microcrystalline wax now. Just going to let it soak in for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get it buffed off.
Eat your cake.
Yeah, I'll eat my cake. I'll eat my cake because I'm getting moaned at.
The cases, weren't they?
So, yeah, I have got.
Mark, shut up.
I have got these. This is a 3-inch one, but I've got some 2 inches as well, and I could put that in a drill and try that. What you're on about, Steve? And I will give that a go. So, what's Mark put then? No, I need a bigger workshop. I do need to move house. I don't want to move house. I really like where I live, but bigger workshop, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, you've got other jobs to do first, then you can have it. I told you that.
That has come out really, really nice. I really do like how that's come out. So, thank you, Ian. Thank you very much.
Take off if you finished it.
Are those real inches? That's you, that is. You started that. 75mm actually now. Not 3 inches, 75mm. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't colour that now. That would have really ruined it. Knocked the wall through. Yeah. Trouble is, this was one workshop, and then I put another workshop on the back, and then cut the doorway out. So this is a supporting wall for this part of the roof, so I can't really take that wall out. So if not, I could, I would. But eventually, hopefully, I'm having an extension through there for just a machine shop for wood, and the lathe will be out there, my thicknesser planer, my bandsaw, my table saw, and it'll be just like a woodworking shop, where then I can convert this back to my steel working shop, which it was before I put the wood lathe in there. So that's the plan, but it all takes time.
Steve Ellis said you'll need extra space to do 2D turning.
I'll lock the door. I'll give her a rotor, she can have an hour a day.
Boys giving you a donation.
Oh,
enjoyable live. Thank you, Steve.
Well, thank you, Steve. That's very much appreciated. I really do appreciate that. I'm just glad that you guys are here and having a good time. I don't want to try, or I try not to do, or I try not to be too boring. Send you to sleep too much. But that's very much appreciated. Thank you. I have got some nice big blanks coming. I've ordered some big blanks, so I want to try and start doing a bit bigger stuff. Hopefully they'll be here next week, so we could perhaps next Sunday, because I'm going to do this live on a Sunday at this time, more regular, or every week hopefully, unless something comes up. So hopefully we can get...
That's Father's Day next Sunday.
Oh, is it Father's Day, is it? Oh, I'll still be here, guys. So, but yes, that's the plan, to do a weekly live on a Sunday, since that's the only real lunchtime that when I'm back at work I can do, and it's free, so I thought I'd jump in on a Sunday dinner time. So hopefully if them nice blanks or big blanks turn up, we'll get on a bit bigger project next week and see how we go from there. So let's just, so there we go. Got that chatoyance back in that corner, as you can see it just flickering in the...
What is it?
Chatoyance. It's a big word, isn't it, for a Sunday afternoon?
Especially for you. Spell it.
I can't spell that. So yeah, got that in there, which is nice, and then that absolutely beautiful spot
Right.
bit in there. Very
Mark's
nice.
put double
Sorry,
entendre. Do you know what it means?
who has?
It's Mark. Steve Ellis said, take the arrow, Nikki, it's a start. Steve T said, could you build a tilt top bench so you can tilt the lathe forward and into the door opening and past the shelf?
Yeah, I could take the shelf off, to be honest, because I don't use the shelf nowadays.
Scott said, wow, Steve, I wonder who you sounded like then.
What do you mean?
Don't know.
Oh yes, I know exactly what you mean, Scott.
Mark said he'll be well off grid next Sunday.
Sorry?
Mark Gentleman Turner said he'll be well off grid next Sunday.
Yeah, well off grid. Well off grid.
Adrian said not celebrating Father's Day.
No, it's, we will celebrate Father's Day, but a couple of hours here and there.
Midnight Joker
It's
said
Father's Day, it's to
beautiful.
do what I want to do, isn't it? Is that not the way to work? So, there we go, guys.
Colin said they're lockable casters. Can't you move it?
They're not on casters.
No.
No, it's not on casters.
Stands.
Yeah, they're on stand. But what I will do is I might take this shelf out,
Who's hobby?
which will give me a bit more spin. But the trouble is, you go much further, then I need the extension kit here. So it's just swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts.
Adrian said lovely bowl. Colin said that's stunning.
Thank you.
Keith said really nice one, Steve. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki. Oh,
Look
Nikki.
for the
This one.
entertainment.
Yeah. So there we go. As you can see, it's really got some beautiful patterns in it. Camera don't really do the bowl. I know this light don't help, but the bowl is actually slightly darker than what it looks on the camera. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's turned out really, really nice. Really nice. So that's it, really, guys. Thank you very much for coming over. Thank you very much for spending your Sunday or afternoon with us. It's been very much appreciated and very enjoyable. So yeah, it's been good. So before we wrap it all up, is there any questions for me or anybody else, or Nick, since she's the governor? Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Steve. Very much appreciated. It's nice to have you over, and it's been a good laugh as always. It's a good bit of fun, and that's what I enjoy doing it. It's really that bit of interaction. Only 2 hours. That seems. Did I take a bit too long to turn it? Is that too long, or should I have been a bit quicker?
An hour and 50.
Thank you, Tommy. Very much appreciated. It's been great. It's been a good laugh. I do enjoy getting out here, and it's when Nick's on the keyboard, it always is a good bit of entertainment, and she entertains you as well as me. So it's a bonus on both sides. Yeah. So if there's no questions, then guys, I'll wrap it up. It's been really good fun as always, and like I said before, thank you so much for coming over and spending a couple of hours with us. It's been a good fun, yeah. And like I say, this is going to be a weekly thing now, so hopefully we'll see you again next week. And like Nick said, it is Father's Day, so obviously if you're busy, you know what I mean, we'll see you the week after. So
You can go next week.
what?
You'll do it next week.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be here next week.
Don't care.
But if these guys have got things to do, then obviously I don't expect him to give up family time for me. So I'll see him the week after. And other than that, we'll speak to you guys soon. So take care, speak to you soon, and bye for now. Bye.
That's all, folks.